We begin at the end. For the people of the kingdom of Siam, it was the end of 400 years of the Ayutthaya kingdom, and it is said that the giant Buddha statue at Ayutthaya cried tears of gold. Their city had just been sacked by the Burmese, and indeed, the entire city was set on fire, melting the gold of the stupas. Giant war elephants would have pounded the pathways leading up to the great entry to Ayutthaya, the stupas gleaming in gold in the morning sun. It was April 7th, 1767, 255 years ago. King Ekatat, the absolute monarch with semi-religious status, was found dead inside the city walls. For his people, he was no longer Rajal Endin, or he who rules the earth. But what was this city, seen here in a painting from 1662, at the height of the kingdom? This painting was commissioned by the Dutch East India Company. You can think of it as a form of advertising for a company that was trading with some of the wealthiest and most glittering kingdoms at the time. This realm of gold and riches, monopolizing the trade links between China to the northeast and Europa to the west, with vast quantities of gold flowing out of the mines of their kingdom in Sukhothai or Lampang. This city was located at a crucial crossroads on the Chao Phraya River, which facilitated travel and trade between the city and wider China, Southeast Asia, and of course, Europe. So let's take a walk around Ayutthaya in this first part of the learning block. Looking at this image, I want you to imagine not that you are staring at brick remains, but imagine a wooden roof structure pushed upwards by the powerful brick columns. Imagine faint sunlight entering through the vertical entries along the walls. Otherwise, it is very dark, lit by candles, thick with incense. People talk in hushed tones and whispers, if they talk at all.
The name of this site is up the top. You need that?
People are sitting seated, facing toward a large statue of the Buddha at the front. In meditation, the ritualist begins by dissolving external reality into the emptiness that is nature, then recreates an empty world, or the Buddha himself, in her mind. In the Ayutthaya kingdom, the Dhammakaya meditation method was popular. Focus on the center of the body, which leads to the attainment of the Dhammakaya, the Dhamma body, found within every human being. The Dhammakaya movement believes that meditation technique leads to the attainment of nirvana, and in advanced stages can give the meditator various supernatural abilities, or abhinya. It is known as Vijja Dhammakaya. Natural abilities, or abhinya. It is known as
Sorry, the point is over the top of
Dhammakaya, which translates as knowledge of the Dhamma body. The Wat, the space of the temple and the inner body, often with an image of the Buddha to focus on, is where this takes place. Often mirroring the posture of the seated or lotus pose. The goal of meditation is for all Buddhists to gain insights into spiritual truths. People are known to turn to using meditation to interact with their past lives, a struggle that sometimes people describe as painful. Gold is significant both to Thailand and to Buddhism. Not only does it symbolize purity of belief, but it is one of the Buddha's main attributes.
You notice the hand gesture, which is one of the Buddhist mudras? Yeah? Thai Buddhist statues, the fingers are very long and elegant. And there's particularly this gesture which is touching the earth or holding the earth to witness.
Skin. Siam, the previous name for Thailand, means gold in Sanskrit. The Chinese called the country Jinlin, meaning peninsula of gold. Indians called it Suvarnabhumi, land of gold. It was Siam's gold trade that initiated its first contact with European culture. Gold is still weighed in terms of baht in Thailand, taking the same name as the currency. The Buddha is golden. During the Ayutthaya period, gold was an important part of constructing statues, temples, and palaces. It was beaten into flat, thin sheets to cover Buddha statues. Gold foil was used to cover the spires of the chedi, stupa, roof finials, and Buddha statues.
So just to pause, the words that you used then will be mentioned again in the second video, right? The finials at the top, the chedi, that will be in the next video. Don't panic if you miss it.
Leave this temple and notice the Chinthe, a creature resembling a lion, sometimes pronounced Sinthe.
Just in case you want that word, those statues there.
They are believed to be guardians of Buddhist temples. There are a number of very specific architectural types still in use today.
Just pausing. So this is the first mention, there's more detail in the next one.
Dedicated to forms of worship, veneration, and meditation. The Wat, the temple, the Chedi, a type of stupa, and the most sacred structure of the Wat, and the Prang, a conical tower with a broad base, best known is the Prang of Wat Arun in Bangkok. We will take a look at them in part 2 of this learning book.